Hello, Jimmy here at O'Reilly's. I have a Range Rover Evoque here, 2016 2-litre Ingenium. Okay, on the dashboard we have a DPF full sign, engine management lights on. I'm going to use the launch Euro Tab 3, do a high speed scan. Let's see what faults we have. Front left camera, ECM, DPF blockage, Soot accumulation, Nox Exceedance from the Adblue, vehicle conditions incorrect for particle filter regeneration. Then we have P0672, glow plug cylinder 2 circuit open. Okay, so if we come down into the engine bay here, underneath the intake manifold, so I come down, you can see you got a glow plug there, and I've already taken the plug off of glow plug number 2, which is right there. I can't actually see these, but I can get the camera down here. Of course, I can just about get your hand down there. Can't really see what I'm doing, but I've got it. I'm going to use size 10mm. This is a glow plug kit from Omega. We'll get that down onto the glow plug down there. Okay, so we've got the glow plug out of cylinder 2. Now, depending on what the customer wants to do, we can change just a single one, or we can change all 4. So obviously advisable to change all 4 glow plugs at the same time. So if we look at the tip of that, you can see there's a great big hole burned in it. Okay, I've got a delivery here from Bennett's. Get some new glow plugs. Okay, so if we look at these replacement glow plugs, this is what it should look like. Nice and clean. Okay, we've got the glow plug in there, torqued down. Now we can just get that out. So that's it. Now we've got the connector plug back on. We can come back out. Okay, so for now I've just replaced the one glow plug. We'll have a chat with the customer in a minute if he wants to do all 4. Now, what I will explain here is this code, vehicle conditions incorrect. That is why the DPF has stopped regenerating itself, and that's why the DPF is blocked up. And the cause for the incorrect condition is the glow plug on cylinder 2, which is this part right here. So when this part has failed, the DPF regeneration process stops, and then your DPF just gets blocked as you drive it. So now that we've got this in, we can clean the DPF and reset everything, and he can be on his way. So next thing we're doing, customer's going to go grab some Adblue while I'm going through the rest of the system. We're going to top up the Adblue. Of course, he's also got a message on here saying that the Adblue is low. If we go through it, well, go back. We did have a message there. We've got the one about the DPF full, bonnet open. I did have a message saying there was low Adblue. It's not showing up right now. So when you get a low Adblue on these as well, that'll set off this Nox Exceedance code again, which will stop the DPF regenerating. So make sure you don't let the Adblue go empty. Once it goes down to a certain level, it'll set off this code, and just topping it up on its own will not clear this code. You have to then get it reset. So it's a lot better to just keep your Adblue topped up than let it run out and then you get set off with this code here. So once we top the Adblue up, we can just clear that code and it won't come back. Now if we go to data stream and we search for the differential pressure, I've already ticked it. We have 50 millibars of pressure, which is quite high for one of these, and if we hold the revs up 3000 RPM, we have 320 millibars of pressure. Okay, so I'm underneath the car now. This is the Adblue injector. I can see someone's already done some sort of repair on the wire in there. So I'm going to open these bolts on a little cross member here, just so I can get this down. I'll show you now. we can just move that to the side because I've loosened the bolts on the other side as well there. Now it just gives me a little bit of easier access to the Adblue injector. So I'm just opening this clamp here with a size 4 hex key. We'll get that out. Okay, so I've removed that, we've got the clamp off, and what can happen with these is the Adblue nozzle there can get blocked with either soot or blocked with the crystals from the Adblue itself. So I'm just spraying up the Adblue injector there to soften up the soot, and then we can scrape any of the hard stuff off with a little pick here. Now where this enters into the exhaust here, a little port, and that can also block up as well. So we're going to clean that out. Okay, so now we're finished using that. What that's filled with is Launch UK DPF cleaning fluid, and now what I've also done is I've filled the cup here with the Launch UK fluid again, and we're going to now use this kit. This is the kit that comes with the fluid here from Launch. We're going to get the DPF now cleaned out. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm going to stick this nozzle into the port where the Adblue injectors come out of, and now that is connected to this gun, which is connected to my compressor at 130 psi, and then we can squeeze the trigger and get the fluid sprayed in there. We're just going to close everything back up. Okay, now I'm going to start the car up. We'll hold the revs up at around about 3000 RPM for maybe a minute or two, and we're going to keep an eye on that DPF pressure. We want to see that coming down sort of under 50 if we can. Try and get it on a graph. See, now that started off at 320, we're down to 170 now. We're going to see some smoke coming from the exhaust. Just keep an eye on that. We want to see how far down we want to see that reach, like I said, 50 millibars if we can. Now we are down to 10 millibars at idle. We want to get that a little bit lower than that, so we're just going to hang on for another minute or two. So just using a funnel here to fill up the Adblue. Okay, now we've got 10 litres of Adblue in here. We need to go back in to our special functions. We're going to go to exhaust emissions and particle filter replacement. We need to do this to clear the code. Now that that's done, it's going to clear the fault codes. So we're just waiting for that to finish now. Okay, that's all complete. Switch the ignition off. Okay. Now if we go back up, what we can do is we start the engine back up now. If we come back to the fault codes and we read them, they should now be gone. So we'll go back to the live data and we'll take the vehicle for a little test drive. Okay, we've got some live data up here. We can see now the soot is at 0%, millibars at idle are at 0%. We'll try and hold the revs up around 3000 RPM. If we can, let's turn up. We have 40 to 50 millibars. Now we'll take the vehicle on a test drive, make sure everything's okay. Okay, we're back from a test drive, all is well, so we're just about finished on this Range Rover Evoque. So that's it, all finished, and I'll see you on one of the next videos.